Okay, in this video clip today, you're going to learn about what questions to use when you create a form using Google Docs. So far, you know how to create a form and you know how to use all of the questions, but it's important to understand when to use certain questions, okay? For instance, when looking at this form here, we're giving an age range, okay? They have to pick one. That's good, okay? Down here, what do you like to do in your free time? They could pick several, which is fine. Okay, moving on down, this is where we get a little bit more technical. The thing is that you need to remember on this is you need to try to get your audience to provide the answers that you're looking for. Don't leave them room for error. For instance, when you say, what town do you live in? You could leave that as a text response. However, some people might spell Bellevue wrong, okay? And so then when you're analyzing your results, the computer, the back side of your Google form will think that that's two different towns, okay? So if you know you want them to provide certain responses or be able to choose from a list, being able to choose from a list or putting a check mark or selecting one in a multiple choice is better than providing them with a text box where there's room for error. Okay, so the only time you should ever use a text box for an answer would be if there is no possible way that you can provide a multiple choice question or a checkbox for several answers. For instance, somebody's name. Okay, they're going to have to type that in. So that would be a text box, or comments that they would like to make. That would be a text box as well. The scale here, those are excellent, but just make sure that you have the bottom end and the top end, and provide them with choices, more than one or two. 3 to 5 is a good number there. That way, an odd number is a good number, and that way they have middle of the road where they don't carry either way. The scale, always make sure that you're providing descriptions for the column headings. Okay, future business leaders of America. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Now, what does that mean? Well, I can look here in the instructions. On a scale of 1 to 5, what are my feelings? 1 being totally not interested, or 5 being I would definitely join, and then offer them a middle of the road response. But don't leave this as the default, column 1 or whatever. Make sure that you provide a description. And here I provided the number. So moving on down, again, you can see that here's a text field and the other is a text field as well. You want to make sure that you limit those responses. Now you can go ahead and start your survey. Remember to try to direct your audience to give you the responses you're looking for so that you can analyze the results. Try to eliminate room for error.